Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate. It's my pleasure to introduce Denise LeCompte, who is the chairwoman of the Houma Terrebonne Community Band. Good to
Thank,
see you again, Denise.
thank you, Jacob.
All right, y'all have an upcoming concert for the summer. Can you tell us when it is and what it's going to feature?
It's our annual patriotic concert that we haven't had since COVID.
No, really. It's been
Yeah,
a couple of years. COVID
it's
and
it's
IVID and
COVID,
Ida.
Ida, all those things. So we're glad to. This is kind of one of our favorite ones during the year. It's peppy music most of the time, and so it's June 25th at the Military Museum. It's a Sunday. It'll be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's filled with all kind of music from Amazing Grace to the National Emblem March to soundtrack highlights from Pearl Harbor, the movie.
Okay.
So anybody born, after 1990 might remember that. And so we got Miss Karen Dusenberry and Miss Marita Petrie conducting for us again. So our request is bring your most patriotic piece of clothes and wear it proud, and come ready to toe tap to some good marches and some America themed songs.
Sounds good. And it's I'm sure it's not something that y'all just show up and do. It's something that y'all been working on for a long time. Huh?
Yeah, it's been I think we do about 8 rehearsals. I think we did for this concert, 8 to 10. So that's 8 weeks of 2 hours each week. And we encourage our people to take their music home and practice, but not everybody does. So you know, but some of these that we're playing this season are some that we have not played in the past. So it kind of got pulled out of the back of the library, and
Okay.
it was like, well, let's try that. So okay. There's some 3 songs for colonial America, and there's a Civil War suite. There's also we're going to do our Armed Forces Pride of America, where we play each song from the different armed forces. And so any veteran or active military in the audience can stand up and be acknowledged during their Armed Forces song, and then we end that song with the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. So
Sounds wonderful. Now, how big is the band right now?
right now we're probably a good 30 on a good day. We got some new members came in, some that were members from the past and graduated from high school and then went to
Okay.
college and now able to work out their work schedule so they can come play with us. So we're glad to have them back. And there's a couple new faces, and so we're glad to have them in there. And then of course, we've got our old faithfuls that have been in there for 39 years, some of them. And so, we're glad to have everybody we do.
And how long have you been doing it so far?
This is my 20th year.
20th
I
year,
started
wow.
in 2003.
Well, that's good. You must enjoy it to put that much time into
I
it.
do, I do. It's kind of my outlet. That's, I didn't have any children, so this was my outlet, but I have a band full of kids. They're adults, they're my kids. So, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that as a musician, if you stick with it, you never lose it. It never goes away. We had a member pass away at the beginning of the year. He was 96.
Wow.
He'd have been 97 this year.
That's
And
amazing.
so, and he played with us till he was 95. So,
Wonderful.
and I mean, it's one of those things that if you stay with it and nothing happens to you physically, you can continue to play. Unlike a sport where at
Sure.
some point your body just wears out. I don't see too many 97-year-olds playing football.
No,
So,
no, certainly not.
but we have some band members that are in their I don't know if we have any in their 80s anymore. We did at one time. We have some in their 70s. So, and they're still kicking. They move around better than those of us in our 40s.
And you got some new blood that you just
And
said,
we got
so
some
that,
new
that's always
blood.
good
We've
to
got
have.
a 16-year-old, and we've got a couple 20-year-olds, and some in that range, and we got some 30-year-olds. So, as long as we keep the young ones coming in, the band doesn't stop. So,
Is there any, I guess, instrument areas that y'all are low in numbers or anything? Or?
percussion, and I mean, everybody can bang on a drum. I can teach you how to read music. Percussion is our slimmest right now. Clarinets, I don't know how that happened, but we don't have a whole bunch of those. And we have quite a few flutes right now. We've got enough saxophones. We've got the section covered, and some low reeds if we missing a bass clarinet. But other than that, the trumpets. Oh, and French horns. But we do have one. One of our new blood is a French horn player, so we're definitely glad to have him back,
Well, that's
or
great.
have him in the group. Yeah,
And so it's going to be Sunday, June 25th. You
and not
said?
this Sunday, but the following week. Yeah,
And it's going to be at the Military
museum
Museum.
on Barrow Street.
Okay. In
Yep, 3 o'clock, $10 admission, and that $10 goes to both organizations. After we get it and tally it all up, we split it between us and the museum. So everybody kind of benefits.
now, is there a favorite song that you have that's going to be played? Or-
On this list, my personal favorite is called "Lest We Forget," and it's a song that's the motif, the theme is taps. So it's remembering those that have gone before us. And my second favorite is probably the Armed Forces medley, because we get to go through all the Armed Forces songs.
Well, it's going to be wonderful. And again, that's June 25th. Patriotic theme. Like you said, wear your patriotic clothing.
Wear
if
your
you got it.
flags.
All right. Sounds good. And thank
Yeah.
you for coming on, Denise, and letting
Thank y'all
everybody
for
know
having
about
us.
it. All right. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.